What's going on, dudes? It's your boy, MC Symbiote Titties. Welcome back to the vault. Get two uploads today, you lucky things. I've got a lozenge in my mouth now, so when I swallow, it shouldn't be as painful. Obviously, the film I will be reviewing today is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Let's just jump straight into it. This one opens with an introduction to Cletus Cassidy and his girlfriend before we catch up with Eddie and Venom. Fun cast for this one. Tom Hardy returns to reprise the role of Eddie Brock. I didn't know that Hardy also voices Venom. Hardy is joined once again by Michelle Williams, who does well enough as the love of Eddie's eye. Both are joined by some new faces. Woody Harrelson plays our villain alongside new additions such as Naomi Harris, Stephen Graham, and Tom Hollander. Every cast member involved does well enough. It's right in my mouth. The sequel carries on from the first film, with Eddie and Venom coming to grips with one another whilst fighting off a new, more dangerous symbiote called Carnage. The story is entertaining enough, and there are some comedic moments that are sure to get a chuckle. The strongest aspect of the narrative is once again the friendship between Eddie and Venom. Hardy has some real chemistry with himself. See what I did there? The action again is passably entertaining. It comes nowhere close to the first film, but it's great to see, Carnage on the big screen and to see he and Venom duke it out. The final fight scene in the cathedral is also a fun set piece, just big and and bold and just a lot of fun. Andy Serkis directs this one, a talented director who has a lot of success with has had a lot of success with the Planet of the Apes films. Serkis gives us a fun, easy to consume film with some humour and some big action set pieces. And the only thing I really learned from this film was that if I ever have a problem, I can solve it with fire or sound. There we have it, guys. That's probably my quickest ever review for a film. So let's just jump to the two most important questions. I'm sorry this review isn't a bit longer. Question number one: would I recommend this film? I mean, I personally wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you're a fan of the first film and you're just a fan of the these films in general, then and you want to keep up to date, then by all means go watch this film. But there are far better films out at the moment, like The Last Duel, which I'll be doing a review for in the next couple of days. Let's jump to the second most important. So I wouldn't recommend this film, but as always, I just suggest, I just give you guys the information, and then you make your own minds up, as it should be. Question number two: does this film belong in the vault? You're probably wondering why this review is so short. I try to pinpoint the good qualities of this film. Unfortunately, however, there aren't many. Never thought I'd say this. This film is just far too short, and because and it definitely could have benefited from an extra 20 minutes or even a half hour. And because of this film's length, just its shortness, the script and pacing just suffer terribly. A massive spoiler here, so if you want to click off, if you haven't seen it yet, click off now. I'll give you a second. This film just felt like an hour and a half setup to introduce Tom Holland's Spider-Man into, or rather to introduce, Venom into Tom Holland's Spidey universe. It's like Sony sat around and basically just said to themselves, "Oh, how can we get Venom involved in the Spider-Man films the quickest way possible?" So they chucked this film out, which was just too short. It was kind of boring at points. It's disappointing, seeing as the first film was at least something enjoyable to watch. But it did just feel like one big hour and a half advert for No Way Home, basically. So there's that little turd star. It's gone off, followed by a roar from Carnage. There we have it, guys. There's my review for Venom 2. As always, if you've seen the film, you loved it, let me know what you loved down in the comments below. I'd be interested to know what people loved about this film, because I really couldn't kind of get there. If you hated it, if you really disliked it, again, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. As always, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your pets, your families, your friendly neighborhood symbiotes. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm exhausted. Peace, love, my dudes.